Whispers in the Willow Tree. Chapter 1. The Enchanted Grove. Lila stood at the edge of the meadow, her gaze fixed on the grove of ancient willow trees that whispered secrets in the wind. The villagers spoke of the grove in hushed tones, spinning tales of enchantment and mystery that had captivated Lila's imagination since she was a little girl. They said the grove was a place where the boundary between the ordinary and the magical grew thin, especially under the light of a full moon. Her parents, like most in the village, warned her to stay away from the grove after dark. There are things in this world, Lila, that are not meant for human eyes, her mother would say, a note of fear hidden beneath her gentle warning. But to Lila, fear was a cage, and curiosity was the key that could set her free. Tonight, the moon hung heavy and full in the sky, casting the world in a silvery glow that seemed to ignite the air with magic. It was the perfect night for an adventure, Lila decided, her heart racing with anticipation. She waited until the house was quiet. The only sounds were the gentle breathing of her sleeping parents and the distant hooting of an owl. Slipping out of her window was easier than she'd thought. The ground greeted her bare feet with a cool, welcoming touch. Clutching her cloak tightly around her shoulders, she made her way across the meadow, her steps light and silent on the dewy grass. As she approached the grove, a breeze stirred the leaves, and the trees seemed to lean in closer, as if eager to share their secrets with her. The air was alive with a melody so faint Lila thought she might have imagined it, a harmony woven from the whisper of leaves and the distant call of night creatures. Stepping into the grove, Lila felt as if she had crossed into another world. The moonlight filtered through the branches, casting dancing shadows that played on her path. The whispers grew louder now, a language she couldn't understand but felt deep in her bones. It was as if the grove itself was welcoming her, recognizing her as a kindred spirit, brave enough to seek out its mysteries. Lila had always believed in magic, in the power of the unseen and the unexplained. As a child, she would make potions from flower petals and rainwater and cast spells under the light of the stars. Her parents indulged these fantasies, calling them the whims of a child's imagination. But Lila knew there was truth in her play, a truth that pulsed at the heart of the world, vibrant and alive. The grove was said to be the home of spirits and fae, guardians of the natural world, who danced in the moonlight and whispered on the wind. Lila had come seeking these spirits, hoping to glimpse the wonder that lay beyond the veil of the everyday. She walked deeper into the grove, her eyes wide with wonder, each step taking her further from the world she knew and closer to the heart of the enchantment. As she ventured deeper, the air grew thicker, charged with the magic that made her skin tingle. The trees seemed to watch her, their branches swaying gently as if in greeting. Then, just as she was about to call out, to ask if the spirits were there, the wind carried a voice to her ears, soft and melodic, speaking a language that felt ancient yet familiar. "Lila," it whispered, her name carried on the breeze. "Welcome to the Enchanted Grove." The voice was the beginning of her adventure, a promise of the wonders that lay ahead. Lila's heart leapt with joy and fear, for she knew that stepping into the grove had changed everything. There was no turning back now. Her journey into the magical world had begun, and there was no telling where it would lead her. With a deep breath, Lila stepped forward, ready to embrace the adventure that awaited her. The grove seemed to close around her, the moon casting a protective glow over her path. She was no longer just a girl from the village. She was a seeker of secrets, a traveler on a magical quest.